Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new day of All Creator Live. And I am back playing more Genshin Impact. Alright, so the last time we played, we finished off the newest event, which was welcoming home everyone from Mondstadt. And I still have not done Varka's story quest yet, which might take place before that. I don't know. I wanted to get the event done first because it was a limited time thing. And as a result of that, we might be seeing things out of order. So while Varka is, in a sense, back in Mondstadt, this story of his might take place back in Nasha Town. And, I would have liked to have done that first, and then the event, but I only had 2 weeks to do the event, and there was no way I was going to be able to get that done, as well as 2 weeks of, there was no way I was going to be able to get that done, and then spend an entire day doing that event. And because that event was like really long, if you guys will remember from the last stream that I did, that one was like over 5 hours long, and that was because of all of the drink mixing things that I had to do. Not that I didn't like them, they were a lot of fun. It's like around 15 to 30 minutes for each individual one, and I didn't even do all of them that day. I did some of them the day prior. So pretty much take all the time that I spent the week before on the stream, as well as last week, and that's how much time it would have taken to do everything in one day. I want to say the week before was like 4 hours, and last week was 5 hours, so it's like 9 to 10 hours. I would never have been able to do a 9 to 10 hour stream. Are you kidding me? Screw that. I had to break it up into 2 streams. And because they were only giving us 2 weeks to get it done, I had to do that first, obviously. But we have as much time as we need to do Varka's quest whenever we want, so I decided to hold that off till today. So if story-related Varka's quest takes place outside of Mondstadt, I'm sorry, it's a little out of order. There's nothing I can do about that. Unless they were going to make the event three weeks long, there was no way I could avoid that, Because if they had made it 3 weeks long, then I could have done Varka's story quest first. But no, they had to only make it 2 weeks long. It should be a rule at Genshin Impact headquarters that if an event is going to have more than 3 story acts to it, then you should make it more than 2 weeks long. There should be 1 week for each story act, and that event had 3 story acts. They could have spaced them out. They could have made each week develop into 1 act, and then have each of the challenges to each corresponding week. It could have measured out so much better than how they did it. I don't know who it is that does the scheduling for things in Genshin Impact, but they just don't do it right. They throw everything in random acts, in random ways, too. See, that's the other thing, too. If the Lantern Rite event took place from the beginning of February to the end of, or not, to the beginning of February to, I think it was the 17th when the Lunar New Year happened, then that would have been, it would have totally synced up, and it would have been great. But no, for some weird reason, they had a couple days after the Lunar New Year happened, and I'm like, Well, then at that point, why the hell didn't you just schedule it to begin at the Lunar New Year and then go towards the end of February? It's their scheduling is so fucking stupid. I don't know who's in charge of it, but they're dumbest It's like they're just saying, "All right, just randomly throw everything everywhere at that stupid calendar. Fuck it, I don't fucking care." They don't fucking care. They're like, things don't have to have order. Things should just go wherever the hell I want them to go. Fucking jagoffs over there. Jeez. Alright, so forgive me if Varka's story quest is out of order from everything that happened in the event. I couldn't help that. I couldn't tell the people at Hoyoverse that their scheduling is stupid and they should think before they put things randomly on the board the way that they do. Because it's just, it makes no goddamn sense. And for another thing, they should have the day that something starts should be the exact time when it ends. Paimon's not talking. I don't know what that was about. But yeah, if an event starts on a Monday, it should end on a Monday. Okay? This recent event started, I think, on a Thursday. So it should be ending on a fucking Thursday. But no, it ended yesterday. And that makes no goddamn sense. When something starts at the exact same amount of time that you should make it end, things should last throughout an entire week's worth of time. They shouldn't last within 2.5 weeks or 1.5 weeks. Who the fuck schedules things that way? I sure as hell wouldn't. But yeah, as you can see, the event's no longer here. Because it ended yesterday, so they took it off of the board. Fucking ridiculous. So I'm glad I was able to get everything done within those 2 weeks. But once again, I apologize if Varka's story is completely out of order. And, you know, I can't control that. I mean, the team over at Hello Games know how to do that shit. Whenever an expedition happens, the week that the expedition starts, the day that it starts, several weeks later, it ends that very same... It ends on the same exact type of day. They schedule everything perfectly over there at Hello Games. I don't know why they can't do it over in Hoyoverse. I don't know why their team can't do that. They need to get in contact with Hello Games and ask them, how do you do it? How do you schedule everything so perfectly? Because we have everything just thrown at the fucking wall. Have you ever seen the event map over on the Hoyoverse's website? I look at that all the time, and everything's just fucking scattered all over the fucking place on that calendar. It looks worse than a school calendar. It's fucking crazy. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? We have stuff ending on Tuesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday, and we can't have everything end on the exact same day, start at the exact same day, and end at the exact same day. We can't do that, Hoyoverse. We can't. No, we have to have everything starting several different days from each other and ending in several different days. It makes no... They have no scheduling. I bet they have nobody in charge of scheduling over there at Hoyoverse, because they just throw everything at the wall. They have somebody come up, be like, all right, I've planned this event, and the person just shakes their head. They're like, throw it at the calendar. Just fucking put it there. They go over and they're like, all right, there we go. And then they have a different person for a different event come over and put it on the schedule for a completely different time. Like, this is... like it's a fucking dating calendar. Like, oh no, I can't go on a date with this person on this day because I'm already going on a date with that person on that day. What the fuck is wrong with that? Why the hell can't they schedule everything to start on one day and then end on another day? It makes no goddamn sense. I mean, it certainly would improve things as far as the way that they do uh their maintenance. If they have everything end just before maintenance happens and then start the next day after maintenance is over. But no, they don't even do it that way. They have like fucking events happening and then ending 3 days before maintenance happens. So that means people have to wait like fucking 3 days before they can do something new. That's such a waste of goddamn time. People have to do stupid shit that they don't want to do. Like fucking, if you're the type of person that loves playing this game and you've already grinded your characters to hell and you're waiting for a new event to happen, you're gonna have to wait 3 fucking days. So what the hell are you going to do in Genshin Impact? What, not play it? Oh, I'm pretty sure Hoyoverse wouldn't like that idea. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like the idea of making their customers wait 3 days to play their game. They'll have to make up some kind of bullshit. All right, let's put in some random ass stupid event that happens within those 3 days. That's how they fucking think to do things. When it could be so much easier if they have something end just before the maintenance starts, and then start right after the maintenance is over. Why the hell do they have to make up some stupid ass event that nobody wants to play happening within those 3 days? Just because, oh, we got to keep our customers coming back. When you could have easily scheduled the event that had just previously ended for the 3 days that dumb little event nobody wants to do happened. God damn. Okay. So let's start up Varka's story quest. Reunite my shroom buddies. This is an event that's going to take 9 days. Only has 9 days left. Is this something that's... There it is. Alright, well, next week, if there's nothing to do, which I don't think there is. I don't think they have something new happening this week. I'll do that. But right now we need to focus on Varka's story quest. I also don't like this travel log thing. It's freaking me out.
Huh? Where'd this letter in our bag come from? Could it just blow in on the breeze?
Alright, I'm thinking that, yeah, maybe Varka's story actually did have to happen in, before Mondstadt, because I do kind of remember a letter being mentioned. Maybe it was the one for the event. I don't know. Well, let's see where we gotta go. View letter. Oh, we gotta look at the letter first. Okay. Candy. There it is. Hello, letter. Long time no see. Yeah, sure. Yeah, what's that? You said we met recently. For a heart that always misses its friends, every second feels like an eternity. Okay, Benty. Alright, to Star Snatch Cliff.
Oh, it's from the Tone Deaf Bard. Apparently, he wants to hear all about our adventures in Nodcry. Maybe we can get some tasty treats out of him in return. Come on, let's go to Star Snatch Cliff.
Hi, kitty. Alright. But yeah, the way that you said that, it does feel like I maybe should have done this first. But, what can I do? What can I do? I don't schedule this shit. Speaking of scheduling, I'm a little bit late starting the stream, but that's no big deal. I'm pretty sure this won't take too long. Plus, I don't have any challenges to do afterwards, so... I could just warp to Star Snatch Cliff, right? Oh, that's it away. Yeah, I have my dinner here. But, I won't be eating it during the cutscene. It's, not that bad to have started so late. If I'm being honest, I feel like with the way my schedule has always been going lately, that perhaps I should just start beginning the stream at 6 p.m. Go away.
Rise with the sun.
Where'd the... There it is. Gotta keep the ground clean. Also, if there's anything weird going on with the stream, my apologies. OBS didn't update today as soon as I stopped work. That's why I'm also like 13 minutes late. I had to wait for OBS to update. But they seem to have added a new feature to the audio. I don't get why they needed to change that. I don't feel like there's enough people talking about everything that happens with OBS. With how many people use OBS, you feel like there'd be more streamers talking about it whenever there's an update or anything that changes something drastically, but nobody talks about this shit. And it's weird to me. Meanwhile... Oh, it's Venti. Hey.
Welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
That would be a nice change of pace, wouldn't it? That would be a nice change of pace. I'm sorry, I hit mute by accident. Be a nice change of pace if they could actually say my name.
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Not Cry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale. Amazing! Incredible! The Rahier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So, I'm guessing the Wild Hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rahier of Solnari?
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
Hooray! Paimon was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Huh! They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Hey! Is that all you've got? Oh, bring it on!
like that.
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Varka said.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure. Now there's a sight I haven't seen in a while.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean... Oh, you're Venti? I was just wondering how I was gonna track you down.
Oh! So you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair? You must be the honorary knight. And Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in Nodcry either.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the Doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Deliver some letters. There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lowen. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with... Sir Writes-A-Lot.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes-a-Lot to be quite a compliment.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
You sure are, to use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
That Varka is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time... I'll need some time to mull over my response. Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And you, Miss Guide.
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt. Andreas? Get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me? Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted.
Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then... we will make our triumphant return!
Okay. Oh, and we got our friends here as well. Okay.
Maria sweeping in! Stormwind!
Oh, they got him. Good job, guys.
Without the Reikir of Solnari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster!
We meet again, Andreas.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now? I was planning to take a look around there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by...
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption. Iniquity. Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever? Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight. That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations. P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Writes a Lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Jean? Oh, yes. That's our Grand Master for you.
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel Share. Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
Paimon bets there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these other 2 as well!
Really? Oh, that would be a great help, thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some rest.
Great, but I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. I didn't think he'd spare a thought for that kind of thing in the middle of an expedition. So, honorary knight, if you have the time, do you think you could help me out with my special training?
He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes, you'd better keep an eye on him for me.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review. I'm not letting him run off again until he's finished dealing with every last one. On another note, have you spoken to Jean? I hope she'll finally be able to relax a little once Varka returns.
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom Bombs we sent worked really well. He wants to know if we've made any more.
Uncle Varka's coming home? Yay! I can't wait to go outside and play with him!
Hello. May the Animal Archon protect you.
Please be quiet within the premises.
Hello. May the Animal Archon protect you.
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail. You can just handle the ones for the Angel Share.
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the maps I made on our way there are good enough to get them safely home.
Please be quiet within the premises.
Honorary Knight, you're still here? Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Varka's coming back. The situation in Nocrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor. And yet, for some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me before he left.
Yo, Time Lords, it's good to see ya. I'm alright. How have you been?
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet. What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return.
I'm good just doing one of the traveler tales and this
Until I
time it's
return,
Sivan.
I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion.
Alright, sounds fun. Good luck.
He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did. But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Favonius.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land. This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Huh?
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry. Although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North. I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duvall and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
No wonder Varka wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions.
So far, it's okay. But I've really only just started it, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency. Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place.
Okay.
Thank you for being such a patient listener. I feel much more settled after talking with you. If you have any spare time, would you mind stopping off to say hello to the other knights? I'm sure they have all missed our honorary knight just as much as I have.
Okay. Oh my god, is it still there? It's still there. Why? Whatever. I can't even remember how it got there now. I haven't played in so long. Let's talk to them again and see if they say the same thing.
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail.
Okay.
The expedition is finally wrapping up.
Alright, so I don't need to talk to them. I've already talked to all of them. I do like the Cleese behind the door.
At Time Lords 910, I actually have a hard time spelling Conti Genki without seeing someone else spell
it's hard.
As for the sword, it was no L. At Time
Yeah.
Lords 910,
Okay.
As for the sword, it was no L.
It was Noel.
That turned into a pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the Angel Share now.
Okay, so Noelle did it. Noelle put the sword up there? I can't remember. Does? I have no clue. That's not even the type of sword she uses. She uses a claymore. That was just a regular sword. To the angel share.
Transfers of supplies must be reported.
Sorry if you hear stomach gurgling. That's my stomach. I've been eating my dinner while watching this. So.
Time Lords. At Time Lords 910. BTW McWickus bike can be used to climb walls.
Oh yeah, I know. I just get so used to climbing with other characters that I forget. Yeah.
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Hiya! Rosaria! D-Luke! I knew we'd find you here.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
From the look on your face,
Time Lords 910.
I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
Using a claymore. She tried to use
He
a sword,
nags
but
like
it
an
went
old
into the
man.
loose selling
It's
in
hardly
Jean's
surprising.
office. Her hangout quest
Huh?
explains
Drip
more.
what? What's this about?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him.
Yeah. But it went into the roof. Does it? It's been forever since I've done that. I did her hangout like... it was one of the first ones I did. Yeah, that was forever ago.
He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot of details. There's clearly more to it.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then. But my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument, I actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said. But don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the inside?
When you join an organization, you're bound by its rules, no matter how free it may seem on the surface.
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the Church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the Church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, kind of like the contingencies Jean was talking about. The more ways they have to protect their home, the better. Huh? Traveler?
Just gonna park my motorcycle here in the middle of the room.
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think. Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages. I think I'll leave it at that.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
It's no trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was Varka lying in his letters then?
No. While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual. Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception. The second was the case I was alluding to.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait, and then we got caught up talking about the expedition, and we never got around to the second time.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago. Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennium. Of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself. But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest Knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight. But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago, including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black. transforming the White Knight into the Blood-Stained Knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows his final whereabouts. It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether he was already too far gone to save. But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone. After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he used to be with me.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about him. Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past? If so, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland. That's a great idea! Jean said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up. Let's go!
At Time Lords 910. I actually saw that there's a new Tomb Raider coming out, Tomb Raider Catalyst and Legacy of Atlantis, during the State of Play and Game Awards.
My reply won't be a long one, as usual. I'm sure Varka won't be surprised.
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean,
Instead of
whenever they reinvent something, it kind of sours the whole series. I used to play Tomb Raider a lot, but then they reinvented it on the PlayStation 3. I can't remember what it was called. But, I don't know. Since then, I don't really feel up to playing any more Tomb Raiders.
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think. Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages. I think I'll leave it at that.
At Time Lords 910. I've only played Tomb Raider Underworld on the PS3.
What's going on here? Was Wolfendom always like this? Paimon has a bad feeling about this. The Wild Hunt? What are they doing here? Watch out!
Okay.
Full throttle! From the sky!
At Time Lords 910. But the remastered PS2 versions of the games are built.
Oh yeah, I remember that. 4K told me about that way back when. But why can I not hurt these guys? This is odd.
Right now. Right here.
Hey there! A proper send-off!
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. I think when they reinvented Tomb Raider, I think it was on the PlayStation 4, not 3. It was the one where it took place where she was a young girl, basically. It was her past or whatever, but they reinvented the gameplay and everything, and I don't know, it just kind of didn't feel right anymore.
Light of the blazing sun!
Emerge.
Emerge, right here, right now. I'm always watching.
I guess I wasn't hurting them because Movuka's not really that powerful yet.
Emerge. Watch out!
Haha! Fire! Well, with rocks. Hiya! Nah! Watch out! Nah! Ha! Coming at ya! Coming at ya! A proper send-off from the Spina with love.
Right now. Emerge. Oh, right here.
Hiya! Cha! Nah! Hiya!
This is gonna take a while, a very long time.
Coming at ya! Cha!
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, Time Lords.
Hey there! Cha! Fire! Well, with rocks. Watch out! Nah! Haha! Now! Coming at ya! Hiya! Ow! I'm Cha! Breath from the sky!
Let's dance. Come on. We can do it. Go.
Light it up!
A sight to behold. Emerge.
Attack! That's the way. Watch out! Hiya! Light up the blazing sun!
Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Watch out! Haha! Fire! Well, with rocks.
So many trees in the way.
At Time Lords 910. BTW the New World Quest
Hey there!
Suzu INTRS game and Explanation and Fontaine are closer by Wave Rider.
Right. That's cool.
Show them. Right now. Emerge.
Pyroclastic surge! Hey there! Fire! Well, with rocks. Ha! Ha-ha! Hey there! Hiya!
Come on out. Right now. Right here.
Cha! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Hiya! Cha!
Show them. Right now. Right here.
Rise with the sun! Light of the blazing sun!
Come on out. Right now. I'm always watching. Right here. Emerge.
Coming at ya! Hiya! Ha! Coming at ya! Fire! Well, with breath from the skies! Rev the engines!
Show them. Right now.
Watch out! Coming at ya!
Okay, gone. Jeez, that took a while.
Are you alright? Oh no! What now? There better not be more wild hunt monsters! You scared Paimon stiff! She thought you were...
Stop right there. Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh? Huh?
You may dispense with your suspicions. The Wolfpack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this
Time Lords
land.
910.
And our
I learned
attackers
this the
showed
hard
no
way on my
ability
sub-account
to
with your
disguise
characters aren't fully
themselves
leveled
this
talents,
time.
weapons ascended. It's like how Wicca is.
Ah, a familiar scent. Come. I will await you at the usual grounds.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now. Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance. Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should check on him.
Alright, time to go talk with creepy old Boreas.
Steady, go! Let the show begin.
He doesn't seem happy.
At Time Lords 910. Lehen is obsessed with battle like
Lupus
child.
Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical world. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight. We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the Wild Hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt? How is that even possible?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andreas' soul. The source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry, from whence I came.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused. How can you be in two places at once?
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods. The Wolf King, Andreas, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The Bard's back?
Toadif Bard? What are you doing here?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself. Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Seelie Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that, given by the reclusive king in his tower? The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept. 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last. The night asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two halves and left his home once more. Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the night's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Notcry has had unforeseen consequences. And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines. A scent that reeks of blood.
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot of time on the road.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka?
Is he in danger?
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person, along with perhaps a diminutive companion.
Alright, wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help, Varka will be safe.
Razor, give me your iron claw. Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current knight of Boreas. It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him new strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos. To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. What he needs more is the thoughts within. But I shall leave this for him to explain. The Great Wolf King of the North remains strong for now. Besides, do I not have the protection of my Lupacol?
I will protect Lupacol. The North and Varka, I leave to you.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready.
But now Razor doesn't have a sword.
I can read Varka's letter. I will try my best to write a reply.
A wolf's claws make poor instruments for writing human words. But that token will suffice to convey my thoughts.
Okay. Oh, okay. He's still here.
I sure didn't expect my experience fighting the wild-hunted Nodcry to come in handy back here in Mondstadt. Almost makes me wonder if this was the reason I was sent back. Also, how come that bard knows so much, and what was he doing at the Thousand Winds Temple? Well, whatever. I don't really care, as long as I get to do some fighting. I'm looking forward to trading blows with Lupus Boreas when he's fully recovered. I bet he'll wipe the floor with me.
Ugh. Not a big fan of that guy.
Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry. The root of this turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andrius, Dominator of Wolves and God of the North Wind, left in Nodcry. He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the God of Storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even as the tower fell, he chose to abandon his claim. Instead, he returned to the north and slumbered for 1,000 years, before finally journeying back, under the name of Boreas, with the first knight of Boreas to witness the new face of Mondstadt. When the wolf spirit could no longer maintain his physical form, Boreas chose to pour his power into the ley lines. With that, he became the North Wind of Mondstadt, as he is still known to this day. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry. 500 years ago, Roland seemed destined to become the mightiest knight of Boreas ever to have lived. But he was too pure of heart. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry, vowing to eliminate all injustice from the world. But the world had never been perfect and pure, nor would it ever be. Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master, known as the Lion of Light, could persuade him to temper his obsession. But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in Nodcry. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry. The soul of a wolf is as unyielding as ice, and Andreas is a master of molding and shaping it. His people once drew great strength and wisdom from the wolf spirit. But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul of a god. Attempting to place the wolf spirit in a human vessel would slowly devour their sense of self, even if Lupus Boreas did not intend for that to happen. That's why Lupus Boreas developed the technique of imbuing weapons with his soul. It is his way of blessing his human Lupical with the wolf spirit's protection. In fact, there is an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade. As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions sing a different tune. Oh, but keep that little observation between us, will you? Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry. All right, over to you, Dvalin!
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
Alright! Hey, wait! How are we getting down?
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster! It's...
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And Paimon too!
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Solnari. But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry. Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that Wolf of the North lookalike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt? And why was he talking about the Bloodstained Knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we could do about him. True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible, especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the 5 sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage, particularly when it comes to Andrias's remnant soul. Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. Let's discuss this further when they're back. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
Okay. What's that? Oh, there's a tutorial.
The meeting's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Oh, hey. What's up, Yehoda?
Hey, good to see you again. Oh, Boss Sneff asked me to pass on a message. She went to see Lauma and Columbina at the Frost Moon Scions. Apparently, there haven't been any changes to that space the Rahir of Solnari's in.
That means the recent wild hunt attacks have nothing to do with Rerir, right? Oh, that's a relief. Paimon doesn't fancy facing him again.
They're keeping a close watch on it just in case. With so many moon experts on the case, we're in pretty safe hands, huh? Oh yeah, Lauma and Columbina asked me to pass on a message too. Focus on the enemy you are facing. The moon will protect you all. Huh, you know something? These Knights of Favonius are paying me a pretty nice sum to deliver a few simple messages. Oh, Varka's a generous guy.
What's up with the map? Oh, this is the area that I was set to explore a couple streams ago. Okay. That explains why I don't seem to recall this area being anywhere previously in Nodcry. Oh, hello.
Short distance propulsion module on cooldown. 15 minutes until next departure. Switching to chat mode. Hello there, Paimon, Traveler. Varka placed a sizable order with the Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop. I know is hard at work producing the strategic reserve, while I am handling the deliveries. Secondly, I am also here to attend the meeting in her place.
Is there anyone I forgot? Want to make sure. Okay. Oh, this is where all of Mondstadt was stationed this whole time. Hey, Flint.
Huh? Flint's! Paimon thought the Lightkeeper's rep would be Iqua or Nikita.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is that's what I was wondering when we were doing everything in Nodcry and I saw Varka's quote-unquote headquarters. I was like, this can't be the headquarters. It's so small. It's so small, and it doesn't look like it would house a bunch of men. This area makes way more sense. It's way Way bigger.
You're quite right. However, Itlua and Nikita are both busy organizing the Ratniki's region-wide response to the recent attacks. And since I'm well acquainted with everyone else here, I was the one they recommended to attend the meeting. Sometimes you don't get a choice when there might be consequences down the line.
Yep. Look at the map.
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much everyone's here. Oh, Beto and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait for them here? Great. While we're waiting, could you update me on the situation in Mondstadt? And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frostmoon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rere resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andrius, god of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andrius' spirit, namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some Mondstadter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Rere's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andrius as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Tevat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals. Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years. This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in perilous danger.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects. In that land, the passing of the Pyro-Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help explain things faster. Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day, your wandering too must come to an end. Where and when shall that be? A final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andreas' heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing!
Ha ha ha. If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andreas' heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way. If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Nodcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nodcry, but apart from that, most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible contingency. Not just the Wild Hunt in the Abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nodcry.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection. But I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. But anything that proved useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line. Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it can possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we were finally able to confirm the status of the Wolf Spirit fragments. We now know there are 3 left to find.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather 1 fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second, which I'll take care of in short order. As for the 3rd fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on, but we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location. The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So everyone needs to bring their A game.
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstadters to defeat him.
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their full support.
The Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop will also help in any way we can.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't exactly scrutinize it though. I mean, who actually reads those things anyway, right?
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss Yehoda.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Okay, Anefa. So you haven't been feeding her the best quality meals that the rest of us have been getting? That's mean.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I'll deal with the second Wolf Spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. The moment you make any progress with Fragment 3, be sure to give me an update. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving Fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in handy. All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people. Dismissed!
Okie dokie.
Remnant fragments of an ancient god. Thoughts stored inside a blade. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I suspect there is more to Mr. Varka's plan than what he's revealed to us so far. Then again, the enemy can harness the Wild Hunt to spy on us wherever we go. As our commander, I'm sure he has his reasons for choosing not to tell us everything.
Yehoda just over here looking at the wall.
Yehoda, you dummy! You took this stupid job of your own free will! Oh, cry Crying isn't gonna get you out of it.
Then you'll be okay. You're just a gopher, don't worry.
Speaking of contingency plans, I now recall that Varka also made a contingency plan when he asked me to deliver that letter. Perhaps I should ask Aino to prepare some additional backup modules for me.
The doorway going out to here? Why? It's like, you know what we need? We need a doorway over in that direction to lead out. Why? Oh, there is a hole here. Okay. I was about to say, just to go right into a huge ass wall. I did not see the doorway. I was busy looking in this direction that I didn't see the doorway there. I was like, we need a doorway out towards that giant wall. It would have been stupid. I'm like, they constructed this doorway for no reason. No, it's because there is a doorway here as well. Okay. Makes sense now. Sparkly! I hate that the wing gliders don't pop up sometimes, and then I just go straight towards the ground. I'm like, why? I don't know. Alright, so all this time they have had a base somewhere. That's good to know. Because for the longest time I was thinking they had only that one base, and it was so small and cramped I felt bad for them. Alright, let's go over there. Yep. Well, we're not going to be able to, teleport to it because
exploration and trials.
I've technically
adventuring.
Hold on. I'm going the wrong way.
Is right up my alley.
I haven't unlocked the waypoints. Let's grab this while I'm going over there. The hell is that thing? Oh well. I don't know. Got a new tutorial for something though. Oh, what?
Where could they be? This is turning into a major headache.
I know who Iluga is. I've met him before. Gee. Oh well. To those who don't know, go ahead and read this. Are you done reading? Okay.
What now, boss? Forget our brothers and sisters over at the lighthouse waiting to get to work. If we don't have enough fuel, it's lights out for the entire camp.
Yeah, we gotta think of something, squad leader.
Don't worry. Head back to your posts. I'll take care of this. Traveler, Paimon, good to see you.
Hey there, Lua! Why's everyone gathered here at the entrance?
It's fine. Just a minor issue, really. And I'm already on the case.
Come on, Lua! You're always trying to fix things by yourself on the down low. Just tell us, it couldn't hurt. Or is it because you're too embarrassed to say?
No way. I just don't want everyone in town worrying about things that I can handle on my own. But since you're both part of the investigation squad now, I won't treat you like outsiders. Still, this isn't exactly the place for a chat. Come on in. I'll tell you more inside.
This isn't part of the quest we're on, is it? Fuck. I've gotten myself wrapped up in something completely different. And they changed the way that looks.
Got it. Thanks, Roland.
Treasure. Oh. I guess we could finish this. I don't see why not.
Squad leader, our comrades in the east seem to have butted heads with the Fatui. They say they're going to send someone over.
Got it. I'll be over as soon as I can.
Jeez, Itlua. Are you always this busy?
Recently, yes. There's just so much work to catch up on.
Hopefully this is just a traveler's tale.
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask for a while now. What are these vehicle thingies we keep seeing in the Lightkeepers camps? They kind of look like food trucks, don't you think? It'd be awesome if you really could cook up there. But Paimon has a feeling there's more to these things than meets the eye. What? Yeah, that wasn't what Paimon was getting at.
Oh, these? Officially, they're called moon wagons. They're transportation tools we made by modifying Snezhnayan mechanical vehicles. You can think of them as Kuvaki-powered mobile lighthouses. They're not quick by any means, but they save us a whole lot of trouble and manpower when it comes to transporting supplies. As for cooking functionality, I hadn't actually given that any thought. But you know, if we did install a toaster in there... Oh, no. Filling stomachs is a key part of a Ratnik's duties too. Thanks for reminding me of that, Paimon. A proper food truck would save us from having to build makeshift stone stoves just to eat a hot meal.
Right? And that way, you could even hold your own bonfire parties too! Except, everyone does seem really busy. Not sure they'd be in the mood for that.
Actually, I really hope that one day we can. Just the thought of it makes me smile. But that day will have to wait. For now, at least.
Yeah, it's all because of the wild hunt, isn't it?
Yes. Flint's did send word from the south that the strongest wild hunt anomaly we know of has been destroyed with your help. But it continues to cause havoc elsewhere, so there's no easing off for us. Not only must we shore up our bases themselves, we also need to ensure that the roads are clear, which entails dispatching Ratniki at regular intervals to patrol vast areas of land.
Whew. Just listening to all that is kind of tiring already. You Lightkeepers sure have it tough.
And that's just the basics. The real danger lies with those wild hunt outbreaks that suddenly just appear out of nowhere. Such tasks are all handled by Gramps, Flynn's, Olav, and those guys. I can't have Gramps fretting over every last thing, so I've taken over handling of the groundwork. Honestly, compared to our shortage of manpower, supply prep is nothing. To continue on the topic of food, even the best cook in the world couldn't do anything without ingredients. Over the years, many of our former bases have fallen into disrepair, making them ill-suited for long-term postings. At the moment, everyone has to shuttle back and forth between our camps and HQ, leading to fewer and fewer people available for combat deployments. Yup, and that's turning this place into a permanent base. And most importantly, what's a Lightkeeper stronghold without a lighthouse?
So, you want to build one here?
Exactly. We'll need it if we're to stand any chance against the Wild Hunt's attacks. Which is easy to say, but in practice, I think you've seen enough to know it's not going too smoothly.
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot that we were here to help. So, what's the issue?
Well, building our encampment will require lots of fuel and supplies. Generally, we bring it all in on moon wagons all the way from Pyramida.
If only it were so simple. The main problem is, we need a special kind of oil refined using kuvaki. It's true that the plants nearby are full of kuvaki, and they'll keep us going. For a while at least. But supplying the fuel for a lighthouse is a whole other ballgame. Unfortunately though, there's been no sign of the supplies that should have arrived last night. Valdez is in charge of transport, and he's always been meticulous, so it's unlikely that he got careless and missed the timing or something. And that's precisely why I'm worried that they might have encountered some trouble.
Yeah, there's always a way out of every jam. Even if that means being trapped inside a sealed barrel or getting buried neck deep. Surely this can't be any worse than that.
Don't tell me that's actually happened. I guess I underestimated you two again.
I mean, it didn't happen directly to us, but we know of some people that it did happen to.
Anyway, we can have a look around. Maybe they've just lost their way.
Maybe so. Anyway, there's no time to lose, so follow me.
Yep, let's move!
I still remember that one time we left that dude just neck deep in the sand. It's like, hey, somebody help me. I was like, oh, that guy looks like he's in trouble. Well, I'm gonna go somewhere else now and do a whole story arc, and maybe we'll help him out in the future. And we did, but it was such a shitty thing to do. I'll get this done. I don't know what this is. If this is a big story. Oh wait, was that it? Is it over? Wait, I wasn't paying much attention. Am I supposed to be helping them? Let's see. This does not look like the same thing. So many things. Meh, I'll continue what I was doing. I don't know what this all was, but I guess we're gonna have to come back to it because I can't remember exactly which story it was. Or if it was a Traveler's Tale. I totally forgot to... You know what? I think there is a way to check that. Hold on. First, let's change our sitting position. Move the microphone. Alright,
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should
remember.
broaden their horizons and the world
That's not it.
below.
Oh, up here. I think it's in this book somewhere. I can't remember. Maybe not. Maybe it is something here. I can't. Oh, there are so many of these things now. Like it's supposed to be the travel guide or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But it allows you to look at the Traveler's Tales that you've been on. I swear to God, I feel like it was in this. In this option here. Ah, damn it. Now I can't remember. Wait, maybe guide? No. Maybe it's in here somewhere. I mean, oh, here we go. No, that's just traveler log. Ah, here we go. Traveler's Tales. Down at the bottom. Oh yeah, the one with Clarend. We're doing the D&D thing again. No, I don't see what's their face. Oh, there they are. I don't know if that... Oh, okay, well. Well. Dang it, now I'm all confused. If I am supposed to go somewhere, I don't know where. Ooh, treasure.
Hey, not a bad haul.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, wow, just 5 primogems? Alright. I guess.
Hip.
I did see that sparkly up there during the cutscene, so I'm going to go grab that too.
Hip.
There it is. Alright. Now, like I said, I'm going to have to continue this way, but I have to do it on foot because reasons. Oh shit, I'm going in the wrong direction. Turn around. Go this way. Actually, it's past that mountain. Ooh, there's a sparkly up there too. I might as well climb the mountain.
Strange. I thought I just heard something. Almost like...
Huh? Have you noticed something, Aelua?
Never mind that for now. Look over there. I think that's our missing transport.
What missing transport? Where? Fuck. Am I accidentally going in the right direction? I don't... I see a weird bird. And another sparkly.
Well, that's weird. That's the vehicle, all right, but there doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Huh? Is someone there? Help! Please, help me!
Okay. I guess we stumbled across what it is we're supposed to be doing. Is this the person we're helping? No. I was like, that's not even a person. Hey, I've seen people turned into animals in this game before, so I wasn't about to question it. He was asking for help. It could have meant anything. It could have meant that, you know, he was turned into an animal, and he's like, help. Somebody help. Oh, this.
Squad leader! Thank the gods you're here! Please, help me!
all this? How did you end up here?
It's a long story, but the barrier created by these mandragoras can't be broken from inside, so I've been stuck in here for almost the whole day.
Something about this doesn't quite add up. This place isn't on the main road from Pyramida, nor is it some sort of shortcut. And as for the mandragoras, they wouldn't usually bother passersby unless they were trespassing on their territory. In short, I'd like an explanation as to how you ended up here, and a reasonable one at that, or you might have to stay in there a while longer.
Whoa! You don't usually see Itlua getting angry. Paimon's kind of scared now, too.
We don't usually see Iluga, so I don't know what you're talking about, Paimon. We don't know him all that well. This is technically our first time meeting him.
Oh, that's true. Guess being an adventurer really does have its advantages. It's a good thing we're only honorary squad members, or we'd be subject to his discipline too.
All right. Last night, I found the path to our camp blocked by a large group of mandragoras. You know how I like studying insects and plants, Squad Leader, and it was such a rare sight to see this many mandragoras gathered in one place. I didn't want to miss the opportunity, so I followed them all the way here. But then... I'm so sorry. I'll take responsibility for this, I promise. How about I cover Night Watch for the coming week? No, make that the whole month.
You're right. We can discuss the breaking of regulations after we get back. For now, let's concentrate on getting him out of here. I could use your help again, Traveler.
Thank you.
Okay. We're continuing our detour from the main quest. Hi, little guy. I'm gonna grab you. And your friends. I got this. I don't know what to do with it. I should have probably read that stuff. Oh, they seem interested in me now that I got it. Oh. What? Ah. I'm in the air now. It falls like a rock. So wait, am I supposed to change their position or something? I don't know. It doesn't say on the side because I'm still following that quest. I don't know which one this is. Let's start by doing that. Okay. How do I shoot it? Oh, that's how.
You're in my sights.
Is that another one? No, it's just a bug.
Press the advantage.
Huh? This one's not powered on or something, is that?
You're in my sights.
So I can throw them. But what's this one all about?
Go get him, Aiden.
Okay, well. Oh, I was using his ability. That's what I was doing.
Let our guard down. Prepare for battle,
Ah,
everyone.
crud muffins. See, that's what I was doing. God damn, I can't break his shit. Can I use that to my advantage? I guess, but not quite.
Not on my light compels you.
You think you would help me out with this?
Watch out! A proper send-off from the Spina with love.
Burn it down! Try and stop me!
Right. What a
I don't know if I'm doing shit. I don't know if I'm doing jack shit to these guys. I was supposed to be doing something in a specific way. I don't know what it is.
I'll protect us.
You got this. Be gone, Shadow of Darkness.
Not bad. Wrath from the skies!
Right here. Emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Right here. A proper send-off from the Spina with love.
Or these things have like shields or something? I don't know. This is my first time dealing with them, and I can't look at the tip that they gave me because...
Light it up!
Coming at ya! Fire! Well, with rocks. Hey there! Ha-ha! Watch out!
Oh, it's that. A fucking... I saw the thing at the bottom and I was like, oh, maybe this will do something. And yeah, I guess technically it did. Stop making me go in there!
Pyroclastic surge! Full throttle!
No! Can we get away from this stupid flower? Let's fight over here where we're supposed to be fighting, please.
Right now. Hey there! Cha! Ha-ha!
Light compels you. All the light shines bright.
Come on out. Emerge. Right here. A sight to behold. Right now. Emerge. Hiya! Attack! That's the way. Hiya! Watch out!
Where'd they go? Oh.
Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop me!
Right.
I hate it when they make me fight things on the side of a cliff. It's the dumbest idea. To have fights near the edge of a cliff. Fucking dumb. Get so damn tired of it. Not only because the bad guys end up going down there, but because you could end up going down there. Oh my god, are you shitting me?
Wrath from the skies! Rev the engines!
Go get him, Aiden.
I don't know what the fuck they were expecting this guy to be, like some kind of ace in the hole or something, but it's definitely not the case.
Pyroclastic surge!
Show them. Emerge.
If I gotta get rid of that entire bar up there, this is gonna be a ridiculous goddamn fight.
Coming at ya. Attack! That's the way. I'm coming at ya. Cha. Hey there. Ha. Emerge. Right here.
Light compels you. All the light shines bright.
Burn it down! Wrath from the skies!
Emerge. Right here. Watch out! Fire! Well, with rocks. Coming at ya! Cha! Hiya! Umbrella warfare, I guess. Fire! Well, with a sight to behold. Emerge. Watch out! Ready, steady, go!
Behold the dawn.
Oh right, he has that kind of a bar
Rise of
thing.
the sun!
Go get him, Aiden. Be gone, shadow of darkness.
Watch out! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Hiya! Coming at ya!
Light of the blazing sun! Try and stop me!
Behold the dawn. All the light shines bright.
Watch out! Fire! Well, with rocks. Hiya!
Pyroclastic surge!
Right here. Cha! Watch out! Right now, I'm always watching. Emerge, right here. Emerge. Fire! Well, with rocks.
Go get him, Aiden. Be gone, shadow of darkness.
Come on out. Right here. Come on, can do it! Let the show begin.
Coming at ya! Fire! Well, with rocks. Hey there! Hey there! Ah! Watch out! Nah! Nah! Fire! Well,
Right now.
hey there! Ah! Cha! Coming at ya! Ha! Wrath from the sky! Cha! 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 Cha!
Show them. Right here. Right now. A sight to behold.
Watch out!
Sheesh. This was a bit much of a detour.
Phew! Finally drove out those monsters! What's going on here? Surely they couldn't have been waiting in ambush this whole time.
The Wild Hunt. The Mandragoras. Huh, I get it.
Huh? Have you figured something out, Iloa?
Valdis, I think these Mandragoras trapped you inside the barrier to protect you. They're very sensitive to shifts in their environment. I myself heard some strange murmurs on the way here. Come to think of it, it must have come from the Wild Hunt monsters, who had yet to manifest at that time. These Mandragoras must have detected them very early on, which is why they barred your path and prevented you from continuing onward. Only to have you follow them anyway, leaving them no choice but to trap you here for your protection.
I see. So that's what was going on. No wonder they refused to leave the area.
They probably only protected you because they detected the scent of grass and flowers on your person. Perhaps because of all the time you spend around them. Either way, thank you both. There doesn't seem to be any further danger.
There they go. Adorable little fellas, huh? And they didn't even ask for a reward. Imagine if we had them around to watch our backs. We'd never have to worry about being ambushed while opening treasure chests again. You know, putting it like that, it was kind of understandable that Valdis would want to follow them.
Right? Finally, someone understands me. I know, I'm sorry. I'll take whatever's coming to me.
All right, now that we've got him out, let's head back. The others are probably starting to worry. Alrighty, that's the issue resolved and our fuel stocks replenished. Thank you both very much.
Don't mention it. We're part of the team, right?
He neglected his duty while escorting a supply shipment, which is a violation of our regulations. However, he did encounter a pretty dangerous situation related to the Wild Hunt, and we didn't end up suffering any losses. As such, as per his wishes, he'll be responsible for protecting the lighthouse throughout its next month of construction.
Hope he doesn't start slacking off again. Now that she's a member of the team, Paimon's gonna start coming down to check up on him. Oh, and see how the lighthouse is coming along, too. Speaking of which, Paimon wonders what it'll look like once it's all done.
It won't be as impressive as the one at Final Night Cemetery, that's for sure. Still, it'll be bright enough to serve as a beacon to guide travelers through the night. So long as we're able to keep people safe, whether from the Wild Hunt or anything else, our efforts will not have been in vain. Anyway, I should go back to sorting through our archives. All that work isn't gonna do itself. Don't worry, we won't be this busy forever. We should be able to put our feet up a bit once this place is up and running.
In that case, we'll help you out. That way, it'll be done in no time.
Your help would be most welcome, believe me. But I'm sure you've got a lot on your plate already. And asking you to come all this way just to do our work for us, it wouldn't feel right. How about this then? If you find anything useful during your adventures and you happen to be passing by, feel free to drop it off.
Come on, it's no biggie. Like you said, we're squad mates now. Isn't that right, Traveler?
In that case, let me say again that it's an honor to have you as my squad mates.
Okay. So was this just a thing like what I had to do with Flynn's at the other lighthouse? Yes, it is. Of course. All the goddamn times to do this. Not when I'm chilling out, having a regular old day, no. When I'm right in the middle of a story I have to get done. So I just had to beat them. God, that was such a pain. Oh, right. We gotta... There we go. Now we can get back to what we were doing. Picture. Of that big creepy eyeball looking thing. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. it's staring at me. I don't want that. Go the other way. On the other side of the lighthouse. Oh hey, it's what's his face? You may that's a lady. Okay. That's not what's his face, it's somebody else, it's his female equivalent. Another one. They all like to have the same hairstyle, don't they?
Ready, steady, go!
I don't even know how I was supposed to... Maybe I was supposed to go around the mountain to get to there. Does look like there's a pathway. Yeah. Yeah, I was supposed to go from there all the way around to up here. Okay. Got that while I was here. Oh gosh. What are those image thingies? Dang it! No! 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 I don't want to do anymore! Please! Just let me continue on my adventure. God damn it. I can't catch a break. What? Enter the tower. What tower? Am I on the right adventure? I'm not. Damn it. Target this. Stupid. so tired.
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight?
I'm telling you right now, Hoyoverse needs to change the way that they handle these side quests.
Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh? Well, alright, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
Said this before and I'll say it again. MiHoYo has to figure out what the hell they want to do with these fucking quests. Why the hell do they make quest lines that automatically start when you get into an area? That's stupid. Just stop entirely. Just take that equation away. Make it to where you have to talk to people in order to start quests. We end up talking to people anyway whenever we're starting these quests, so you may as well make that person we talk to the person that starts up the quest when you talk to them. That's how it has always been in an RPG. You want to continue a quest, or you want to go on a new quest, you find a person to start the quest. You don't just randomly encounter quests when you're walking along and adventuring, because it completely kills the momentum of exploration. That's not how you play an RPG. It's not just a random, now you're suddenly in this adventure thing when you're in the middle of another adventure. God damn it. Hoyoverse. I don't know who told you it was a good idea to make random events pop, to make random quests start when you walk into a certain location. But it was the dumbest thing you could possibly... And you've been doing it for the longest time now. You had it set in a certain way for so long. And then you just decided to completely change it. Stop it. Jesus. Finally.
Is this what we're looking for? What do we do with it?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword. Just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
Why do you laugh?
Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the question of how to love.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Ugh! Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious threat. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable. Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safe approach. But that's not the only reason I wanted you to come. Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf spirit.
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part? Why would you want to do that?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. As they say, know thyself, know thy enemy. Understanding our foe is our surest path to defeating him. Let me think. How was it explained to me? Ah, yes. Focus on a single thought within the 1,000 winds. Capture that unique wisp before it blows away. Ha 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 ha! Actually, neither do I.
Huh. Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't think of anything meaningful to say. Wait, don't tell Paimon that's what actually happened.
I thought it might mean something to you. Never mind. I'll explain it in more human terms. Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct? If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river flowing with concepts, and you were trying to capture the concept belonging to a particular ancient name. I'm thinking the same basic principles should apply here.
Okay, but back then, we had a bow and a net. This time, we don't have anything at all.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom. No need for a boat. As for a net, this is what I've heard.
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can bind objects and events together. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland. How are we supposed to use thoughts to anchor him?
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old and tattered.
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight Roland. After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster Arundelen wanted to deliver this letter to him. But trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And so this letter has been sitting at the Knights of Favonius headquarters ever since.
Quite the antique, then. But how exactly is it supposed to anchor Roland?
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
Hey! What happened to Mr. Plans for every contingency? You're just making this up as you go along!
What can I say? Some people like to wait till they've got all their ducks in a row before taking the first step, but I prefer to dive on in and plan as I go. I've been doing it that way for the whole expedition. But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely. Whoa, it actually worked?
You really are making this up as you go along!
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed, just like he said.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, for mortals to escape this tragic fate, there's only one path. A great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters! The code of chivalry tolerates not such injustice. If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
That I... Dainsleif? No. Bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him. While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be? So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the Visionary. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss, giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything. That's why the Abyss can replicate him.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the Visionary this time?
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think one step ahead if we want to outmaneuver him. And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you. Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides, it wasn't a fully formed plan back then. That about covers it. Sorry to ask so much of you again. No plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's got to make the risk worth taking. If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean in Mondstadt.
Oh, there has to be another way! Like a backup plan?
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully retrieved the Wolf Spirit fragment here. Any progress with Fragment 3?
Nope. It's a total disaster. More Wild Hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life. We need backup urgently. Come quick.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one. What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master for nothing. I'm counting on you, Honorary Knight.
Note. Spare more time for it. We might have to make this a two-parter.
Come on. We can do it.
I mean, I don't know how long it's going to be. That's the thing. If I start it up next week, and it only takes an hour to complete, not only will that suck, but you know what? We do have that, we do have this we can do in case, you know. So yeah, maybe we'll hold off on doing that until next week.
Many insects have compulsion to follow the light. And humans are the same.
Alright. And then I got those two down there to take care of. There are so many things that I'm going to have to do once I get up here. But yeah, we're going back. Oh my gosh, and then there's one. Is that... That is Varka. I'm gonna go back. And we're going to go on a traveler's tale. Talking to Varka. You know what? I'm going to do this anyway. I don't care. Let's do it now while I'm here. Oh, hi. Like how she's all excited looking. I don't know what she's excited for. It's over that way. It could be someone else. I don't know. It's a very tiny image. So it could be Varka. It could be someone else. We'll see. I feel like doing one more thing before we stop, so... Who the fuck is this? Why did they got a sign? I guess it's to that place, I guess. Oh. Yeah. What do we got going on in here? Oh yeah, it is Varka. We're gonna take a brief break. Go on back, head on back here, and get a bit of a drink before we continue on Varka's story.
What did I tell you? You are, without a doubt, my best drinking buddy in all of Nogcry.
You're too kind, Mr. Varka. Truth is, though, I am but a dabbler when it comes to spirits. Yours, my friend, is a truly superior palate.
Ah, Traveler! What impeccable timing. Fancy a drink?
I believe something on the milder side would be suitable for you, Mr. Traveler. As it happens, Mr. Dimyon is away on business. Allow me to prepare your drink in his stead. What'll it be then? Something sweet? Or perhaps with a little tang to it? Ah, nothing like a bit of indulgence after a busy day on the road. Sweet and creamy ought to hit just right.
Something sweet, huh? Hey, how about mixing in that juice we had last time? Now that's what I call hitting the sweet spot.
In all our gatherings, Mr. Varka, I don't believe we have ever partaken in what one might call juice. You're referring to the bottle of Sakura sake imported from Inazuma, I presume. If I remember correctly, that tiny vial was the undoing of 4 patrons.
Sakura sake? That's odd. I don't recall it having much of a taste at all. But I remember those pickled Sakura were delicious, and they were perfect with alcohol.
Here you go. It may be nameless, but I'm confident it'll lift your spirits. Miss Paimon, allow me to present this freshly squeezed juice. I've included a bit of pulp to further enhance its texture.
Wow, thank you!
Mr. Varka, have a sip of this.
Oh, I get a serving too? What's this? The sobering up round after the party? This is... Oh, the taste of wolf hook! Where did you even get this? When?
Your longing for Mondstadt is quite evident, and I happen to have an eye for such subtleties. In any case, I trust that this fruit shall bring you some measure of cheer.
Not bad at all. Shame, though. Can't find anyone else to keep me company on marathon drinking sessions here in Notcry. That said, I don't think you've ever quite drunk your fill.
If you're referring to the experience of being utterly absorbed in exquisite wine, allowing one's thoughts to wander freely and relishing the act of doing so, then I suppose... vanishes without a trace. But while certain robust spirits may ignite a blaze, I can't say it's ever really made me feel that way.
Ha! That's only because the stuff we've got isn't strong enough. Like the fire water from Snezhnaya. You've definitely tried that before, right?
Of course. But it's been some time now, so my recollection has grown faint.
I'll get us a barrel one of these days. Then we can drink to our heart's content.
I shall defer to your judgment, Mr. Varka. First, however, allow me to raise a toast to this most pleasant evening encounter.
All right. Ha ha ha! Cheers!
Cheers!
Here's to a delightful evening.
To, the moon!
Indeed, to the moon.
Okay. Well, there we go. We get a nice little relaxing break while we wait until next week when I continue Varka's story. Alright, now let's head on back to our favorite spot and wrap everything up. Pay a visit to Catherine first.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra
Wait a minute. Did I see... What? Are you following me? What the hell, Varka?
Any updates on the commission from last time? Should be done just about now, right?
Apologies, Mr. Varka. The wine merchants from Mondstadt say they'll need more time to prepare. Also, they have asked me to pass this message on to you. Have you seriously finished the last batch? That cart was huge.
Well, it's not like I'm the only one drinking. That amount of wine is barely enough for 2 banquets. We'll need more. Come on. I timed this down to the second. The Dawn Winery should be reopening the cellar of Dandelion wine right around now. As the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt, patronizing their business is but one of my duties. Don't worry, I've left some for them. I didn't clean it all out, or Charles would have nothing to work with. The trouble with long journeys, though, is that wine tends to lose its flavor in the process. Next time I get back, I'll have Charles mix me the strongest drink he's got. Now, who to drink with? Kaya would definitely come if I called. And D-Luke? Well, if I can catch him, I'll have a couple of drinks with him, too. Well, might as well get those two to have a drink together, perhaps.
Bad chance. Alright, there's another anecdote. Starring Varka. I hope you all are getting enough of Varka the past couple weeks.
This land holds nothing but promise.
There. I'm not going to remember any of that. Even if I did read it, I wouldn't remember any of it. Now up to my favorite spot. I think I took a wrong turn. I think I did. Yeah, I'm nowhere. I was there. Okay, it's over this way. I don't know how I took a wrong turn. There's the stairs. There we go. With my Knights of Favonius buddies. Alright. So, next week we're going to continue this story. It's stated that it's going to be a while, so I don't want to prolong my sleep any more than I have to. And we've been going for about 3 hours now, so I think it's a good time to stop. And next week we'll continue everything. Who do we got going on here? We got... Oh gosh, this is the last day? Now we can roll for Varka. I think this might be also the last time we can get the rewards for doing his quest, isn't it? Yes. Ooh. I mean, I don't really care. 60 Primogems is 60 Primogems. No big deal. And it's not like I have enough... Yeah, there ain't no way I've got enough Primogems to get his character. I just now got Zabai. So, well, I got Zabai last month, but I still haven't accumulated enough to get a 50-50. So there ain't no way I'm going to be able to get Varka. So yeah, we'll cut it out for today, and I'll continue the quest tomorrow. And if the rest of Varka's story... excuse me. If the rest of Varka's story does not take that long to complete, then we'll do that extra challenge, because that still has 1 week left to get through. So, but yeah, let's see. Get on back to the title screen. Alright, so I want to thank Time Lords for being here and hanging out. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, Time Lords. And you're probably asleep right now, so I hope you sleep easy. To anyone watching in the archives, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're ever wondering what it is I'm going to be streaming or when it is I'm going to be streaming, you can always check the posts tab over on YouTube. I like to keep it up to date. And every weekend we do a weekend poll where you guys get to vote and decide what it is I play on Tuesday. This past weekend, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot won the poll, so we should be finishing up the Daima DLC tomorrow, the second part of the Daima DLC. We should be finishing up that tomorrow. And if that's the case, then it'll free us up to have another brand new game introduced to the weekend poll. But as for now, I don't know if we're going to be finishing everything in Dragon Ball Daima second part tomorrow. So, you know, this upcoming weekend poll may just end up having Power World, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and Freakpocalypse again. But if we're able to finish everything tomorrow, then we'll be taking Dragon Ball Z Kakarot out. So then that would mean that this upcoming weekend it'll be Power World, Freakpocalypse, and a mystery game, another mystery game. Since I still have a pretty verbose library of games from 2024 that I have yet to finish. I don't think we're going to be seeing any shortage of mystery games anytime soon. Anytime I complete one game, I'll just substitute them for another, you know? Alright, I'm going to get to bed. I hope you all sleep easy as well. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to vote Democrat, and stay safe. Good night, everybody.